What's going on? Johnny and Kenny from Chasing Safety here, hanging out. We're going to tell you our craziest tour story. So one time we had a day off in Ohio. We were in Cincinnati actually. Me, Luke Genocide, our drummer, and our merch guy at the time, whose name was Aaron, we were all running around the parking lot of this Walmart drinking a 30 of beer. And then everybody went inside to play some video games, and I suck at video games, so I didn't want to do that at all. So we continued to drink this beer, and then we're like, let's go walk around. We put the beer in a book bag, we start walking down the street, meet a pretty girl in a tanning salon, come out of the tanning salon, we see a construction site. And we're drunk by this point, obviously. And we're like, yo, let's go see if we could turn these on. Like, thinking you're not going to be able to, because who the hell leaves keys in a construction site whenever it's closed? Well, it turns out these construction workers were stupid, and they did. So we got there and we started all these different construction equipments, and we were riding them around, and there was one, it was actually one of those lifts that you lift really, really, really high, and I was like, let's see if this turns on like the sweeper at my work, and it did. I just turned one thing, hit on, and it turned on. So we're lifting it up, and then we saw somebody watching us, so we get off, and then we're hiding. Steve watches us, and he was like, oh, this is a bad idea, you guys need to stop doing this, and I was like, shut up, Steve, because that's the only thing you can say to Steve when he tells like you smart things. You just tell him to shut up. And so we go over to more construction equipment, and I pull out a fire extinguisher. And I'm about to turn 24 tomorrow, and at the time I never sprayed a fire extinguisher, and I was like, wow, 23 years of life and I never sprayed a fire extinguisher. So I start spraying it all over the place. And some guys watching us steal. We thought we lost them. So we run into Walmart, guy's chasing us with his car, and we run out through, like, you know, there's two doors, we'll run out the other one. The dude was right there, so we run back in, run out, run in, then we eventually get back to the bus, run into the bus, and then they're like, why?
This is actually when my perspective of the story actually gets really funny. So
we run into Ken.
Me and our other guitarist Derek, we're sitting inside the bus where we're drinking heavily and playing video games. So we're both hammered, wasted, having the best time ever because we're on a day off and we're just like enjoying some SSX Tricky. So they come banging on the doors. We open up the doors. They come in, and they're like, "Oh, like the cops might be called on us." And me and Derek are like, what? Like, what are you saying? This doesn't make any sense. And they're like,
just change our clothes.
Yeah, he was like, no, like, the cops are going to be called. I was like, all right. Like, the mom and me came. But, so I stood up and I was like, change your clothes. Everyone get in their bed. Like, put the covers on like you're sleeping. Like, whatever. If anyone knocks on the bus, I'll go out. I'll answer it. So, needless to say, they did everything. They get in bed. And, yeah, a cop comes right up to the bus, knocks on the door. So I naturally just act like I had no idea what he was talking about, and I go outside. I'm like, what can I do for you, officer? And he's like, where are they? I was like, I don't know what you mean by they. He's like, well, there's people in there, right? And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's my band, you know, there's a couple of us. And he's like, well, where are they? Where is she? And I kind of like looked at him, and I was like really confused. And then again, I remembered that our drummer, Luke, has really long blonde hair and a sick mustache, which I don't know if girls have mustaches, but
some do.
His is really nice. But the cop was convinced that our drummer was a girl, and he kept saying, where's the girl? Like, where is the girl? And I said, officer, I don't know what you saw them do, but I can tell you one thing, there's no girl inside that van. So after that, luckily, we opened the doors, and I think these guys came out, and Johnny admitted defeat.
I took all the blame.
He took the fault, and
then the cop just said, "Oh, you never sprayed a fire extinguisher? I don't blame you." No, that's not what happened.
Yeah,
he just said, "Don't do it again," and made us leave.
But needless to say, Luke is a girl with a mustache. So come to a show and look at him.
And pick up our record, Season of the Dead.
October 14th, 2014.